energy reading. This could be love, you know, what's going on around you. We're going to ask about the current energy that you guys are in, what could be hindering a connection, what is the next move, and also what is the advice. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can always contact me at Mahagony ViRgo Tarot at yahoo.com. Anybody that's dropping in any comments, likes, shares, I do appreciate. Okay, so just getting back into the things, everybody. So once again, thank you for joining. If you watching it at a later time, thank you for viewing the video. I appreciate it. All right, Tauruses. So let's see what is going on around your current energy, what you may need to know at this time. What is the current energy and what? Okay. So you got the Queen of Cups. You guys is I feel like giving yourself some love at this time, Tauruses. You got the Queen of Cups, so I feel like you being very loving, kind, and gentle. I feel a very gentle energy, but I feel like you guys are giving this energy to yourselves rather than another person. Relationships do develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. So I do feel like even if you may be at odds with somebody, you are looking at the situation from a very empathetic type of energy. You know, you may be in the energy of reasoning with why people are doing things the way that they do. So I don't feel like you're being very judgmental. You're being open hearted and just kind at this time. But I strongly feel like this is the energy that Tauruses are giving to themselves. So what is possibly hindering the energy around the Tauruses? So you got the Chariot here that could be possibly hindering a situation. So forward movement, you know, you guys may be looking at the situation like I may need to move forward alone in this situation with the Chariot. As you can see, this person is in the Chariot by themselves, but they are going towards victory. They are being more self-disciplined. So I feel like that goes with that Queen of Cups energy of why you guys are being tender-hearted and kind to yourselves, because it's kind of like, you know, you understand things in a different way. So it's like I had to go through some lessons in order to grow and to be able to get to the place that I'm trying to get to with the Chariot. But you may not see a lot of things happening around you at this time. So you may feel like there's a bit of a pause with the moving forward. You guys may be possibly thinking about moving to another place and you're not really seeing a lot of offers that you guys may want. So there's some hindrance with the Chariot card, with that energy moving forward. But I feel like there is a new opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles. There's an inflow of abundance. There is a promising situation that's coming towards you guys. So you may feel a little bit of stagnation as far as like, where am I moving towards, you know, but I do feel like there is an offer with the Ace of Pentacles that is going to bring stability. There's also important documents and contracts that's going to be involved with this new stable energy, Tauruses. So it's like, just be a patient. I feel like patience is required for the things that you are trying to move forward to. You do have to think about things carefully. We are in the Mercury retrograde, so y'all going to hear me chopping up words. And also, we're going to feel like things are being delayed. And it's a good thing to have delays during the Mercury retrograde, because this is the time for us to carefully review things before we get into them, especially with signing important documents and contracts. So you want to make sure that you are reading in between the lines, reading, you know, the small print, all of those things, you know, asking questions before we make big decisions at this time. But I do see, Tauruses, that you do have an offer of stability, you know, that could be a business offer, you know, that is going to be worth the wait, worth the patience, worth the lessons. You know, when we have setbacks, it's like sometimes we take things very personally. Like we have setbacks and we start feeling like things are not granted to us. But we really have to understand what the setbacks are about. You know, God really always want us to make sure that we are prepared for the things that we are asking for, because if you get those things, you want to be able to make sure that you can maintain it and that you can keep it. A lot of times people get things and they're not prepared for it, so it's short lived. So when something doesn't happen organically at the first try, you know, we have to program ourselves to still be optimistic and still work towards the things that we say we truly want. And I feel like that's the lesson that need to be learned here, Taurus. Like you may have wanted something and wasn't prepared for it at the time, but you had to go through a lesson and now you're here. So your advice here is the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for the perfect timing. So I feel like it was something that you may have wanted in the situation, or a certain kind of partner, and you had to actually work on yourself to get you in this place to be able to maintain what you're asking for. So at this time, it's a need of balancing between your wants and being able to give to others. You know, wait for the perfect timing to come together with a situation here. You know, compromise, be willing to compromise with yourself and others. So I feel like there is something that is coming. You got the Nine of Cups at the bottom, so your wishes are going to come true. I feel like it was about the timing, Tauruses. You may have wanted something and the timing was not right, or you may have wanted a certain kind of partner and you needed to heal yourself to learn how to compromise with a partner, to learn how to be more empathetic towards others, to learn how to let go of wanting to control situations to be able to maintain something. And I feel like once you learn this, you are going to be moving towards victory. Things is going to pick up for you. There's going to be an offer that comes in. So clarifying the Queen of Cups, current energy, Queen of Cups. See, change your focus. This is the Five of Cups. So Tauruses, you guys currently is being kind to yourself because you are changing your focus. You know, there was an opportunity or a situation that did not go into the way that you wanted to go. And sometimes you have to pull yourself out of that energy of, you know, looking at the spilled milk, looking at the situation that didn't pan out for you. With the Three of Cups, traditional tarot, it is three cups that spilled over, but it's two cups right behind the person. So it's like, instead of looking at the three cups that have spilled over, all you need to do is change your perspective to see that there is a Two of Cups situation that is waiting for you. Remember, I was talking about, you know, going through a lesson of growth to be able to obtain the partner that you want. Sometimes when we want love, we allow ourselves to get into situations with people that are not necessarily the person that we want, but because the availability of the person, it keeps us in that situation. Because a person is available to you, or this person, you know, reaches out to you, we tend to get tied into that situation. But is that actually the kind of partner that you see yourself being with in the long term? So this may have been a partner that was available to you and that y'all spend time with each other, but you didn't necessarily see it being your person, and something fell flat. And it's a good thing that it did. You know, be more kind to yourself and understand that what doesn't work for you doesn't work against you. Clarify the Chariot and the hindrance, please. Hey! Clarify the Chariot, please. Yeah, so this Hangman energy. So what's hindering your current situation, the energy that you're in at this time, is that there is no forward movement. There is a hangman energy with moving forward because you guys are observing. But I do feel like the hangman energy is to gain a different perspective. It is to get that enlightenment. So there is necessary needs for pausing. It's not good to move all the time because you want to carefully make sure that you're doing things the right way, that you're not rushing, and that you are looking at things from different ways. And I feel like you guys are gaining, a lot of wisdom with being able to hold yourself still at the moment. So it may feel like it's a hindrance around you because you may not be around a lot of people. I do feel like Tauruses may be isolating a bit, keeping to themselves. But it's a good thing because this is actually giving you the timing that you need to get to the person or, the kind of connection that you want. So this is good. This is really good, Tauruses. Let's see what's clarifying this Ace of Pentacles. I feel like very peaceful, very serene, good smells, good food, relaxation. I feel really good. Like, it doesn't feel bad, Tauruses, that you guys are, isolating at this time. I feel like this is a healthy isolation. There is times where you have to carefully and healthy isolation. So I feel like the Seven of Pentacles, moving forward, you guys are waiting for this opportunity to come in. And then you got the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like somebody or opportunities is going to reach out. You may be advised to reach out and, connect with people that is like-minded, spend time with people, family and friends, have a good time. Gain balance between, spending time to yourself and also making yourself available to other people. So you are being advised to not, isolate too much and have a balance between your personal time and also connecting with others. So you are being advised to reach out and collaborate. I feel like you may want to change like your career path. You may want to look into other opportunities when it comes to money. And you being advised to reach out on those things, You waiting for results here with the Seven of Pentacles. Like, you a person that knows how to plan really well. All you got to do is see the situation through. You just got to follow up. You just got to make sure that you are staying connected to these things. When we ask the universe, it's never a no. But we do have to go through levels of growth to prepare ourselves for these things. And I feel like you've been asking Spirit for a certain kind of business venture, career, partner. And it's like at the time that you originally asked for, Spirit like, okay, there's a journey that you have to walk through in order to get yourself prepared for these things. So we may have, took other offers that wasn't necessarily for us, that we had to learn lessons, of growth to get prepared for this very thing that you're really looking forward to. It was all a journey. So Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck, daydreams and decisions. So there may be a bit of illusions when it comes to a lot of options. The Seven of Cups energy is about making the right decision between good and bad. There may be a multitude of things that's coming at one time. So you have to make sure that you're carefully deciding on what you want to put your energy to and what you want to agree to do moving forward. That Seven of Pentacles, I feel like, look, that 7 and 7, that has a connection there. So you guys planted some seeds here that is going to, come back to you, but all offers is not going to be the best offer. So you're going to have to carefully decide on the next offer that you want to take. Really think about the decisions before you get into them. All right, Tauruses. So we're going to see what is the angel oracle for your reading here. Thank you to everybody that have joined, whether you like or comment. I do appreciate it. I really do. Hope you guys, get a message. So romance, a connection. So Tauruses, I do think this is about you on a journey to connecting to a certain kind of connection one that is true, your soulmate, your person. You know, you may have chosen romantic partners that really wasn't your ideal partners, but they was kind of like what you needed to go through to learn lessons of boundaries. It was also, you know, connected to the growth of the journey to get you prepared for this romance and connection that is really for you. I feel like Taurus is, because of you choosing people based upon their availability and learning a lesson through that, you're going to make sure that you don't make those same mistakes again. You're going to make sure that the people that you are connecting with is not because of the time, is more so of the connection, how you feel around these people. You know, don't get tied into things, because sometimes we get lonely. You know, we get lonely and we connect to people just, and people can pick that up too. People can feel that. And look, also joy and contentment. So I feel like whatever you've been through, it was a lesson here that's getting you prepared of a very happy partnership that's coming towards you, that's going to bring you joy and contentment, romance and connection. You know, so change your focus on this Five of Cups that didn't work for you. You know, that situation, those relationships that didn't work out for you, it wasn't supposed to, because it was preparing you for this connection here with romance and joy and contentment, not just being with someone because you feel sorry for them. Like Tauruses have ability to care for people, that they connect with people that they feel sorry for. You know, they connect with people that, oh, you know, they don't have nobody. I gotta be that person that show that loyalty and stick through it, knowing that they have exhausted their time. Now you feel like you stuck a little bit, you know, with trying to carefully figure out what you want to do moving forward with this Chariot and Observe with being a hindrance. It's like I'm trying to figure out, you know, what direction should I move into? You know, trying to figure out what went wrong in the past situation. Don't, it's nothing to figure out with that situation. If it went wrong, show gratitude for it and open up for this situation that you've been waiting for, with stability, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. You moving towards something that you've been waiting for, something that you've been learning and growing for, something that's going to give you balance. Three of Pentacles coming together, a long-term relationship, your soulmate person. That's what I feel like. This brought you to the actual person that you supposed to be with for a long time. So don't soak on the things that didn't work out for you. You got a real, yep, do the work at the bottom. See, you had to do the work. You had to get yourself prepared for this. I'm telling you, Tauruses, I feel like if you would have been in that situation at that time, you know, because of trust issues, because of stubbornness and things in that nature, you probably wouldn't be able to hold on to that. That would have been a missed opportunity as well. But now that you did the work and now that you understand things from a different perspective, you would have the capability of holding on and working on a healthier, happier relationship. Because that's what it's all about. You could be in any type of connection here. You could have been with the person where it didn't work out and you wasn't really happy with. But no, you want to be with someone that you can really vibe with, grow with, you know, have a stable home, go out. You want your ideal person. You don't want to settle. You want the actual person that you connect with. And I feel like that's coming towards you, Tauruses. So that is your energy reading. Thank you so much for everybody that came in light and just peeked in, whatever. If it draw to your energy, I appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And the next reading I'm going to do is for Cancers. So if you're interested and you want to know about some Cancer energy, check that video out. Thank you.